welcome to our special segment, Meet Our MPs, and today I'm being joined by a very special guest, June Malia from Medinipur, from Trinamool Congress, first term MP. Ma'am, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. So in this segment, we get to know our MPs. Please tell us about yourself. How did you got a chance to join politics? What was the vision behind joining politics?
So I've been with Mamta Di since 2009. I'm an actor by profession, and 2021 she offered me a ticket for the assembly elections, and I won the assembly elections. And Medinipur was my assembly, which my constituency, which I won.
Yes.
And then last year she told me that I have to fight the Lok Sabha against Dilip Ghosh, because Medinipur Lok Sabha was a BJP seat and was won by Dilip Ghosh. We all know who he is. Dada needs no introduction. So when she told me that you start preparing yourself, because you have to do this. So I was like, yeah, I was a little taken aback, because I was like, I didn't even complete 3 years, and here I was. Firstly, I never thought that I would become an MLA, and now she was, asking me to fight for a huge election, mother of all elections, I would say. And but I was a little surprised, but then I said, of course, and I plunged into it. It was very difficult because obviously we had to recover the seat, and Dilip Da was quite a popular MP in Medinipur, but then he was sent to Bardhaman to fight against Kirti Azad, where he lost against Kirti, and Agnimitra Paul, who's the existing Asansol MLA, she was put up against me.
Okay.
But it was a very close and a very difficult elections which I fought, which I'll remember for the rest of my life, only because it didn't only take a lot of energy, a lot of work, but the heat was excruciating those 3 months. And in Bengal we had elections in 8 phases, and ours was almost towards the end, the 7th phase, and it was quite traumatic where the heat was concerned. But now when I think about it, I almost I asked my son, who was with me during the campaign, I said, how did we do it? God has been kind. Didi has been kind, and Abhishek, the party had faith in me, because Midnapur was a very important seat, and Didi really wanted to, get it back. So yeah, that's how it started, and I've also worked as a member of the Women's Commission in Bengal, and later on I became a member of the Child Rights Protection Committee as well. So yes, that's how it started.
But being an actor and being in that industry, have you ever thought, you work for society a bit in last many years. We have seen your work as well in Bengal. But have you ever thought of, having a journey and entering the parliament as well?
No. As I just said that. For me it was a huge surprise, but at the same time, I was, as an actor, I've worked with various NGOs. I've always worked for AIDS awareness, and I always feel that as a citizen, we should be responsible. We also need to give it back to our society. We just cannot keep taking it.
Absolutely.
So that's why I used to work a lot. But I must say that that this is a great canvas and a platform to work for the people.
Absolutely.
And which I am doing. I did that as an MLA these 3 years. I had quite an experience, and I got an opportunity, and now I've given, and of course it's a huge honor to be a member.
I also want to talk about your constituency. What are those problems that you see, and what do you want to change? What's your vision for your constituency that you want to bring in next 5 years?
See, I'm not going to sound cliche by saying that women needs to be empowered. Of course, they need to be empowered. But my constituency right now, I have the child marriage issue,
Okay.
which needs to be dealt with.
Okay.
And I'm looking into that I've spoken to my district magistrate. I've spoken to with the government, our minister who looks after Dr. Shashi Paja, who is the minister of the women's and child development. We are looking into that, and I want to build awareness, because child marriage is always related to many other things. Child marriage also is related to human trafficking. Child marriage is related to anemia. Child marriage, so this is something that I really need to look into, and I want to. And also Kharagpur, the railways, I've already spoken about it
In the parliament.
during the interim budget session.
Correct.
I made a speech in 0 hour. I wrote in the article 377. I did a mention, and I also I took part in the discussion for demands for grant.
Absolutely.
So, I've spoken to the minister as well, the honorable minister. So let's hope that I can do something for Kharagpur town as well.
Lastly, ma'am, before I wind up, while you enter the parliament premises, while you enter the democracy, the temple of democracy, what we call parliament is, how does it feel? Does that...
As I said, it's a huge honor. It's, the first day when I walked in, I took my oath. I was really overwhelmed, because I never in my wildest of dreams ever thought that, as you said, it's a temple of democracy, that I will be a part of it. So for me, I'm privileged, and I really want to work and do something for my people, because they have given me this opportunity. They have elected me. I'm elected. So, I have to.
As a first term MP, do you see any challenges posting those questions in the parliament, or representing thousands of people who had a lot of hope from you?
It's not challenging, but I would again like to thank Mamta Di, because I've worked as an MLA for 3 years, and it's quite similar.
Mm-hmm.
I've taken part during the session in West Bengal Legislative Assembly. So, by and large, it's very similar as to how I know how to, start and start questions and 0 hour and mention. And so, I've gone through that training.
You have that experience.
So for me, I have that experience. So it wasn't difficult.
Okay.
But yes, the challenge is huge, because, as I said, I've been elected by lakhs of people from my Lok Sabha Kendra, which is Medinipur, and they have given me a lot of love when I was an MLA, and I have to work for them. That's it, because I am their voice over here.
One message to the people of Medinipur as well, as we are standing in the parliament, at the parliament premises. Your message to all of those who have voted for you.
Yes, my message will be a lot of gratitude to all of them, all of you who voted me as your representative for in the parliament, and I promise you that I won't let you down.
Thank you so
Joy
much.
Bangla, Joy Medinipur, Jai Hind.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. So that was June Malia, the Trinamool Congress Member of Parliament from Medinipur, speaking to NDTV on a special segment, Meet Our MPs.